I'm a huge fan of minimalism. I got involved in it a long time ago, before it was even a fad or trendy. And it is something that just like it frees you. It frees you from emotional, psychological, spiritual weight. And that's what I feel like where I thrive the best, and where I'm a life coach, and where my clients, helping them simplify and minimize and just get rid of everything that is not absolutely essential. I'm not a proponent of the condo method of what brings you joy, keep it, because that could be rationalized to keeping a lot of clutter and a lot of things that will weigh you down. It just makes you more mobile. And also it just frees your mental energy so you can focus on what's most important. There's something very Zen-like just working in a room or working in an environment where there's just very little clutter. It's really exciting. And I'm really working on, and I have been working on, trying to do the verbal minimalism. And this is a challenge. It really is a challenge. And some people might say, even in the videos, you might see me challenged by verbal minimalism. And that is being concise when speaking and pausing, most importantly. One of my subscribers goes by Douglas. He says that he thinks before he talks. And the thing I've recommended to my clients when coaching them is just pause. Just like take a 3-second pause, take a deep breath. You don't need to react to the stimulus or when somebody says something right away, because usually your reaction can be not the one that you want. It can be an emotional reaction. It could be a frustrated reaction. It can be a hurtful reaction. It can be a reaction that just doesn't do any good. It serves no purpose. Just kind of speaking for the sake of speaking. And when speaking, it takes mental energy. Our brain consumes 20% of our energy resources, which is a lot. It's only 3 pounds, our brain, and it consumes an inordinate amount of energy. And one of the things that I'm really working on is what's called emotional labor. And if you have a job in customer service and you're having to exert emotional labor by saying, "Oh, hi, have a nice day. Hi, how are you? Good seeing you." Small talk, the politeness and the superficial gestures that are required when you do work with the public. And those are taxing. Those take energy. And so I'm trying to be mindful of that in my social interactions, there's some, especially with new people that you meet, there is some level of small talk that you need to engage in order to build a bridge. You can't just dive deep, if you don't even know the person. But I want to be intentional about the things that I communicate with other people. And one of the best ways to do that is the 3-second pause. I really love that. Just taking a breath. It could be a second pause and just I call it taking a dip. So usually we respond from here. Our conditioned response is what our brain and mind, that really proactive, chirpy mind tells us to say. But if we just pause and we take a dip and go, okay, like it doesn't have to be that pronounced. You could be more subtle about it. But I have some clients that will pause when we're in, as a life coach, when I'm coaching them, and I'll challenge them. I'll get them to think of something and look at it a different perspective. I'll give them a suggestion about something, and or ask them questions. What happens more regularly. And I really love the clients that will just pause and think about it. Just let it sit with them. And then they can come back with a more genuine response. Because what I find when we give an instant response, it can come from a place of people pleasing. And I notice occasionally, something I've really been vigilant about working at, that occasionally I'll just say something And it'll be so automatic. And I'm like, well, I didn't even want to say that. It was coming from a place of, I want to be nice. I want to be polite. I want to be respectful. And I'm not saying to be rude, but I'm just saying, let's be authentic. I think that's really the theme of the last video and this video, is being authentic is so much, it requires so much emotional labor. And it's so less taxing, and it's so less artificial and phony, is you can just be yourself. And some of my clients, they'll say, oh, well, I'm too awkward, or I don't know what to say. Well, fine, be that. Be awkward, be shy, be reserved. It's okay. And the main thing is just, practicing. It's really wild, but it's a skill that takes practice in just being yourself. We are so affected by other people's approval, disapproval, or what they think they'll like or what they won't like. And I'm just telling you, it is exhausting. So verbal minimalism is not necessarily not speaking, but although, I admire the people that do silent vows of silence, but it's more saying, did that really need to be said? Is that something I wanted to say? Is that something that is moving the ball forward? Or is it something just to kind of like cotton candy, just something to fill the air? Or that some people just don't practice minimalism in their verbal communication because they can't stand silence. And that is crazy, because silence is one of the greatest ways that we can connect with another person, and we can connect with ourselves. It's just really incredible, or like, I don't know, if there's something magical, like a spark or a deeper connection when you're just silent with someone in their presence, either looking into their eyes or just being in their vicinity, and your attention is focused on them, not on the phone, not on any distractions. It's really an interesting practice. And yeah, you just spend less energy. Every morning we wake up, we have a bank account of energy, of how much energy we have. Some people have a lot and high levels of energy. Some people have medium levels of energy. Some people have low energy. And I find mine fluctuating based on the quality of my sleep. And I just want to be very minimalistic and frugal about how I spend my energy. Even doing these videos, like after doing these videos or after doing like a day's worth of sessions, I'm really wiped out. It really takes a lot out of me, and in a good way, because it's something that I enjoy, but it's purposeful. It's something I want to do. I really want to cut out all the unnecessary verbal chatter and the small talk and the people pleasing and the unnecessary comments. And I'd just be curious what your thoughts are on this topic. Is that something that interests you? Is that something that you've ever practiced? Do you see any benefit in verbal minimalism? It's really not something that it's talked about very much, but it's something that it's all connected. I find the more I strip down my life to the bare essentials, the more it's in everything. Even my own verbal chatter that I have in my own mind, it's something that I want to either not take so seriously, pay so much attention to, or just cut it down, through meditation, through silence, through stillness, through journaling. That really is helpful. Yeah, so I'll be very curious to hear what your experiences are of it. And another huge benefit is when you do speak, people are more apt to listen. What you say, the words you use, and if you're very measured about what you say, it holds a lot more value than someone that just goes, blah, just chatters and talks and talks. People tend to tune them out. And this day and age, we have very short attention spans. So if you're speaking simply and minimalistically, you're gonna get listened to, and people will focus in a lot more than otherwise. Okay, I better cut this video now, because I want to practice what I preach. And but it's even a challenge for me, and it's something that is very exciting to do, and to see the progress Verbal minimalism. How about that? All right. If you enjoyed this type of content, I do life coaching. I've been coaching for 11 years. This is my full-time job. This is all I do. And everybody can benefit. You don't need to be having a problem in your life to benefit from life coaching. It really changes the trajectory of one's life when they have someone that is experienced, someone that is supportive, someone that's going to hold them accountable, and someone who's going to get them to see their blind spots and look at life from a different perspective that friends and family just can't do. So just email me if you're interested in life coaching. It's extremely affordable. I have university students that can afford life coaching. If you'd like to support the channel, it's really greatly appreciated because this is, I try not to do ads in the videos. So this is, just helps to support the channel. Put a little extra food on the table. There's a PayPal link in the description. And please like it. Really, if you did enjoy the video, please like. And if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. And thank you for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.